Everybody, let me talk in this video about ListView. So what ListView mean? I will give you a very simple example about ListView. This is ListView. I have ListView and I listing number of item. So to get started ListView, you have to understand something. First, you have to add ListView. Then you have to add layout that you want to display it inside the ListView, specific layout, you will design it. Also, you need adapter for getting data and display it inside ListView. So to get started, I just implement this simple code in my GitHub. So if you go this GitHub, Android tutorials, you go to ListView. This is for ListView. So first of all, we go to our project. We drag ListView and we add it in our layout. So I just have very simple ListView inside this layout. If you want, you could change the background color for this ListView. For example, for hash F9 F9 F9. This is specific color for background. So just simple color to you understand this is a place for ListView. Now we said if you want to ListView, you have to design ticket you want to display it inside ListView. Let me suppose I want to display inside ListView number of job title, job description, and job ID. So I would get a new layout. Then I would name it layout ticket in this way. You could name it any name. So make sure just from the naming convention, layout ticket. If you see it's vertical layout, make sure you change it to the horizontal. Not every time, but this time I would change it to horizontal. Also make sure you change the height in earlier content to wrap content, not match parent, because you want to display in specific size. I would change this layout to a new layout. This will be my new layout. If you go here, you will see this is my layout. My layout is really simple, having ID, title, description. If you go to the design, I have linear layout as horizontal, having ID, having another linear layout as vertical, have two text view. So this is my design. If you see the layout height, everything is a wrap content. I didn't use full parent because if you use full parent, you will take all the screen. So there is no another image could be inside your ListView. So that's great. Now I have single ListView. This is the second step when you want to create ListView. First step, you have to create a class. Let me name this class adapter item. So first of all, just go here and create a new class and name it adapter item. Then click OK. In this adapter item, add this line of code from number 9 to number 18. Just copy them and go back and add them inside this class. That's great. So what this adapter mean? This class, you just say, okay, what I have here, I have ID, title, description. I have to do this way through the code, through the class. So I just go here, I do class, I say ID as integer, job title, description, then I do simple constructor to initialize this three things. Why I'm using this way? Because I want to pass data to my layout. So I have to have my code organized. So in which way you design your layout, if you have 4 of them here, so you have to add 4 of them here and arrange them in a way you could pass them in the ListView. So okay, this step is done. Let me go to the next step. Next step is really easy. Just go here and take this line from 22, then go down to the line number, number 59. Just copy all this line and go back and add this code inside the main activity. So what this code mean? This mean adapters. What this thing mean? We know that when we want to slide data inside ListView, we have to take this adapter and display it in this ListView. So we have to have adapter for that. So I just create a new adapter. So to make sure you just remove always last line. If you have any error, adapter, add it. So I just define base adapter, a class that extend base adapter. This is already for any ListView or any listing. Then I define my array of items that I wanted. Then I get in the constructor, I initialize this array. Then there's a method already override for get command that getting number of item in ListView, this set item, also get ID. Don't play with this method because this is a method that already override is already a variable in basic class, but just make sure this get count you send them the count of item you have it, because if you send them here 10, for example, this method will execute 10 times. So what this method do, I will show you. Let me just remove this any error I have it here. Get the groups, get the groups. So if you give here number 10, for example, your array have 10 items, this one will execute 10 times, and every time you have to go here and fill this with data and put it inside this list view. So how I do that? First of all, he do layout inflator to new instance from layout inflator to connect with the list view, with layout view, list view. So this 2 line of code is just say, hey, I want to connect with this layout. So okay, I will do new layout inflator to connect with this layout and get it as a view. Now I want to access to the element inside this layout. You see I have text ID, I have txt title, txt description, 3 elements inside that list view. All of them is text view, so make sure I'm doing text view. So first one is txt, let me make sure, txt id, this is for id. So what I want to display in the txt id, I want to display as.id. What that mean as.id? As.id means the ID of the element. So how you get the ID of the element? We know here we have array of items, and array of items, let me say 2. So we say if we have 2, this means this element will be 2, so this one will call 2 times. First time he will pass index 0, then he will pass index 1. When he pass index 0, I will get the index 0 from the array, I have it in this class, and get it here as an element. So this one will have index 0 as a title, as ID, as description. So let me copy this one and this one. So I have heroine as text view title, then is.title, job title, that's me. And also I have here as description, so just make sure text view description. So also I'm doing text view description, and this way I also will display description here. So again, how this one will work, I will show you again if to explain more for you. If you have here 2, so this method will call 2 times. First time he pass index 0, then he pass index 1. When he pass index 0, I will say okay, I will go to this layout, I will connect, I do a new inflator to connect with this layout, then I connect with this layout, so I get this layout as a view. Now I have this layout as a view. I want to get the element that I want to add inside this view. So I just go to my list view that I get it already in this adapter. I get element by index. So when I be in index 0, he will bring index 0 and add this item. So I have this view. So I will look inside this view. I'll say my view, find the view by ID, look for text view ID. He will go here and look for text view ID, then text view title, then text view description. I access all them, then I give them data, then return this way. What you will change it in your code, you will change, I think, only this part, only the element, because here you may use different elements. You have, for example, 5 elements. You just make sure go here and do 5 element here, access to the element, and make sure always you write my view, because you cannot write directly find the view by ID, because find the view by ID will look through your main activity. But if you say my view dot find the view by ID, that mean my view, that mean this view mean layout ticket. So again, this one will be executed internally, so you don't have to care about it. This will be executed internally and fill the element with the data that we use it. Now, okay, everything is clear. I have adapter, I have everything, I have it. Now I want to access to my list view. Where is my list view? This is my list view. What's the ID of it? Let me say list view list. Okay, I want to access to this list view. First of all, I will say okay, list view, I have list view equal list view, then I define the view by ID, r.id dot the name of my list view. Now I want to set adapter for list view. To set adapter, I have to define my adapter here. If you go to the code behind, you will see here he first thing he create adapter, and he adds some item inside adapter. So just let me show you what he did here. If I copy these lines, I go back here, let me add them, these lines here. I will take these 2 lines and I add them on the top. First of all, I define array of item, just array list for my item that I want to display it in the list view. So I will say okay, I will create a new array list type of adapter item, because I want to do adapter item of arrays. Then I define instance of this class. Then here I initialize this instance. Also, I added one item in the array. You could add more items. For example, I will add 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 to tester, and you could add more admin 3, I will say 2, 3, and continue adding items. So just I'm adding 3 items here in my list view. Then I could copy them. I would make them 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example. Just I'm adding 5 items in my list view. Then I have array list. I would pass this array list to the adapter. So adapter will take this array list as an input and pass it to this array list item. So then I have the command, then will be execute directory. Now I have to assign this adapter to what? To this list view. Just I'm saying, okay, list view dot set adapter. Make sure set adapter, not set text. So I say, okay, dot set adapter. I will give him my adapter name. That's great. That's it. So now if I run, I have to see all the element. Oops, I see this error. If I go back to the code, I see he say you have error on this line. If I go on this line, yes, this line is s.id. I cannot pass integer to string directory. I have to change it to the string. So make sure you change this one to string. Like for example, I would add id in this way plus this one will be more convention, or you could convert to id, whatever the way you would like it. Do it please. I just rerun it again and make sure everything is good. See the adapter? I have list of item in my adapter. ID developer, ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of item inside this list, I add them. Now how I could access to any item in the list? There's different way you could access to the items. For example, I want when someone click on this title as a tester, do some operation. So that's okay. What's the job title? This is job title as the text view. I have it here in get view. I would say, okay, let me take down this one. I would say, okay, when some text view dot set on a click listener, a new on a click listener. So okay, when someone click on text view, normal text view, I want to do something. So okay, say to us dot make text. I would say get application context. Then let me pass the job title as dot job title. Then to us dot long, then show message. Okay, this will be, if we say this one will execute for every element in the array. So I have in the list, I have 5 elements. Will execute this one 5 times. So I have 5 methods already prepared. For every method there is for every method, or for every row there is element, there is event, specific event for every row, and when it's called the display job title. Let me rerun it again and show you what I mean by here. So here, if you want to access to specific, see now if I click on the tester, see he say tester, everything tester. Let me click on admin, he say admin. Let me click on developer, he say developer. This is the way how you could access to specific item. What if you want to access the whole row? If you want to access whole row, that means you talk about list view. So list view also have events. So if say set on item selected listener, for someone, when someone select item, I would say new on item selected listener. If you see, he create event for us. The event for if someone select item, I have the position for the item. So if I do adapter list view, I'm looking at the list view for the item in the position. I have the selected item, all the info, that ID, job title, description. Also, I could access the element inside the list view and add them. Like for example, do you see here when he tried to access to the text ID? You could do something here, just copy it and add it here. But now the my view will be this view, and you could set the text and do everything. So here we're done, and thank you for watching.